What's going on, world? Welcome to another episode of the Walker Review. It is your boy V-Walk. We are here at Geek League Studios, and I'm here with a good friend of mine, another good friend of mine. You guys, if you guys have been going to the Black Canvas downtown, you guys been hearing a lot of spoken word. You guys heard of a guy named Black Ceasar? I know him for sure. I know his real name. I'm here with my guy Kristoddie. What's going on with you, Bree?
Hey, good evening, bro. Thank you for having me.
Hey, always, bro. I mean, to be honest, when I went to the Black Campus, I saw you actually perform. I'm like, bro, where did this come from? I never, because bro, I know you from Commerce days. So at any point in time, we wasn't talking about no poetry.
Yeah.
We either talking about turning up, the game before, or just any kind of college conversations that we were having.
Oh, yeah.
But now we all growing into our own passions, growing into what we really want to do, and it's glad to see everybody really flourishing what they actually want to do, bro.
Seriously, bro.
But to start the conversation off, for those who may not know you, kind of introduce yourself. Tell them about yourself.
I am Kristoddie Woods. I am a native to Dallas. I've been doing poetry here, I'll call it professionally, about a year now, and I'm just looking to expand. I graduated from Texas A&M Commerce, go Lions, man, and I'm just out here in Dallas, just trying to grow on my art.
I got you. But let's take it back a little bit. Let's give me some breakdown on your background, just in general, how you were raised, some of the influences that you had in your life, whether it's your parents or any peers. Just kind of take us back to the upbringing of Kristoddie.
Man, I am born in Jackson, Mississippi.
Damn.
And my family is from Rolling Fork, Mississippi, you know, which is down in the Delta. And so I'm come from real humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying? My mom and my dad have always been in my life. They've always been together in my life, you know, so I've always had like a very strong fundamentally sound, this foundation with my family, you know. I got 3 sisters and a brother, you know. I'm all about just respecting women. I'm all about, you know, uplift, you know. And just really is me, man. I'm just blue collar, you know what I mean? I'm a worker, but I'm also a thinker.
Gotcha.
I don't consider myself, I consider myself to be a boss, you know what I mean? I consider myself to be an innovator, you know, and a creator. So, and that's just what I'm trying to do. I don't want to find my own lane. I just want to just put a bunch of lanes in one avenue and just push that whole damn boat. You know
I understand, bro.
For real, man.
And that thing is, when you get people like that in the room, that's when I feel like greatness can happen.
Yeah.
Because and I feel like our generation, we're the thinkers, we're just innovators. We not, honestly, when we hear 9 to 5, our skin cringes because we just not down with that. Even though we're not against working a 9 to 5, because we know how to hustle and get to where we need to be. But we see things on the outside looking in. We really want to grow and push the needle and really kind of create something for more opportunities for other people. So I definitely agree with you with that. But I mean, let's talk about the poetry aspect. I kind of read the article that you had in the Voyage to Dallas, and just how they broke it down just a little bit, just how, I guess, what was the situation? I guess you got in some issues or something with dealing with football, and during that point in time, you kind of wrote, like, kind of how you were sorry about the things in the rhyme. Like, I want to hear it in your voice. Tell me the story.
Well, man, me and my brother, we had got into a little bit of trouble our freshman year in high school. We was going to keep that miscellaneous. But whenever I got in trouble, I was on restriction literally for about 10 months.
Gotcha.
And all I could do was play football and literally like read and write in my room, you know, so I couldn't do nothing else. And so I just wrote this a long poem just about how I was, well, really I wrote my feelings out about how I was sorry in my family, but at the end of it, I'm like, well, damn, this rhyme, this kind of went with that as a metaphor, you know. And so as I started expanding in that, I started writing a whole lot in high school. And, you know, I started writing for girls. I started, you know, kind of jotting, I'd say journaling almost, you know, but just always trying to do something creative. And I really fell off with the more serious I got with football, you know, I really kind of felt myself tearing almost,
Gotcha.
you know, and so I just started to expand myself in that, and I really put the writing down. Once I graduated from commerce, you know, I found myself in a situation where I was battling depression heavy, like so heavy, because I went from having 150 brothers around me every day to me being by myself and having somebody structure out your itinerary to like, damn, what am I supposed to do, you know? And so I didn't really know how to, you know, transition very well, you know? And so I just started writing. And I'll just always write, and I kind of read, you know, to my lady at the time, and I read a lot to my partners, just like, hey man, this is what I wrote. And they're like, man, why don't you try to go read something? Why don't you go, you know, showcase your poetry somewhere? I was so nervous. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, what? Like, what? You know, what do you mean? Go
Yeah, I want to touch on that. What was it that was kind of holding that back? Because you could easily open up to your partner. Because sometimes partners can't even open up to their partners about certain things. They want to keep that kind of to themselves. Like, you're able to open up to your partners about your poetry and some of the ladies. But what was it that you felt that was holding you back from kind of putting it out to the world for them to know that about Kristoddie?
Man, I just had to be pushed off the porch.
Gotcha.
You know, honestly, I knew anything that I would set my mind to do, I could do, but I just hadn't had that motivation yet. And I went to a Black Ceasar where they were still located in Deep Ellum, and I seen this poet named Anarch Poet, and he's dope. You know what I mean? And if you see him, you know, this means that you don't really see too much, like going on with him. But he had like a little bit of a disability. You know what I mean? Which I don't want to call it disability because it's an amazing man.
Right.
But it's how bold he was whenever he went up and did his poem, and how fearless he was, and he had no care about anybody in the crowd. He was like, I'm finna kick y'all this flavor and y'all gonna feel it. I was like, well, damn, bro, you know what I mean? If he can get up here and, and bare his soul to the crowd, why can't I get up there, and share mine? And so after that, it may have been like a month later, I had finally just got my poem together, you know what I'm saying? I went up there, I was scared, I was shaking, like my arms were shaking, I was just like, that's why I helped. If you look at my first video, I was holding on to the mic the whole time.
I remember that, because the thing is just like, you hold it like you need your soul, like you finna pour your heart out, but at the same time you did, because I feel like poetry is another representation of who you are, and the struggles and the triumphs and whatever it is that you've been through, because I can be honest, everybody can't get in the studio and cut a track. Everybody can't get on the stage at open mic and really express them. Some people don't even know how to express their feelings in a simple conversation.
Seriously.
So, I commend all artists and creatives because, bro, because I'm a writer. I had a mental block for about writing for a long time, and it's just like, bro, when you're able to really sit there and your mind goes to the point where it can create and you don't got to think twice about it, that's an amazing gift. Because you have so many people that like, bro, I don't know how to write, I don't know how to speak, I don't even know how to get my point across. And we're able to get it across to where we're actually helping people. Have you ever had somebody come up to you and say that a poem that you wrote, I really felt that it kind of motivated me to do something or it helped me in the situation I was possibly in?
All the time. There'll be a lot of times I get off stage and people will be like, bro, that's just what I needed to hear. A lot of my poems are about civil injustice, police brutality, these things that we as Black people have to face on a daily basis, you know, and I kind of call that my Black privilege, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it's a privilege to be able to endure this and still, find success, you know what I mean, and still be where we are as a people. So, but people come up to me all the time and like, bro, like, I don't know where that came from, but that's just what I need to hear, whether it be love or anything. But really, I'm just trying to make sure and be as pure of a writer, as pure of a creator as possible. And I actually, I wasn't gonna get too far into it, but I actually recently just got baptized. I was talking with my pastor, and I'm just like somebody I really admire is Fred Hampton. And Fred Hampton was just such a powerful speaker, but he had a crazy religious background, and he knew who he was. He knew exactly who his people were. He knew where he was going at that time. And with me, I'm just like, if I'm going to be a speaker, if I'm going to be somebody that people want to hear, somebody that people need to hear, I need to make sure I have that proper foundation. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that's just all it is me just constantly just trying to one-up myself, constantly just making sure that that my work is sincere, and just being as vulnerable as possible, should I say, and as open as possible, as transparent with the crowd, man. Like that's the name of the game. That's all I'm about.
And I feel that. I want to touch on what you just said, because you said you recently got baptized. Like, was that your first time being baptized? And it's crazy. The thing is, I've been actually thinking about getting re-baptized or getting baptized again, because when I was probably like 9, 10, you do it, but you don't know the severity of what you're doing. You just, mom said I need to do it. I know I love God and different things like that, but the things that I went through in my life and the steps that I took to not only get closer to God, but bring other people closer to God, I feel that I want to really take a deeper step and a deeper commitment, because my perspective has really changed a lot in the world that we live in. We'll come across a lot of people who live in this world thinking that if I make $1 million, my life is a success. Or if I buy a certain house or car, have a certain woman, my life is a success. But everything that we have on this earth is temporary. So my mindset and my perspective has been on really how can I continue to do the work of God by what I love to do. Because that's why God gives us these passions and these skills. Because it's like, bro, he didn't give you this to go make $1 million bucks. He did this to bring somebody closer to him. And that's the only way you can do that, by telling your story. Seriously. So, I mean, I'm just really with reading, just having deeper faith, financial, just giving it all to him. Because as I tell people this, we some natural survivors. Our people have been surviving since slavery, even past that. So we always feel like we gotta have our hand on the button. When honestly, bro, the button not even there. He got the button, and we just always feel like we gotta be the ones to make it happen. And I've just learned a lot about myself just by letting go and letting him handle it. Now, I'm not by any means saying sit there and dwell and let him work everything. Nah, bro, you're gonna have to get up and grind.
I have to go get it.
But when it comes down to all the extra stuff that we try to do, he's always in control. So that's really been something that's been on my mind, like heavily though, for real, for real.
And that's one thing, man. We can't take any step. You don't take any step. You don't make any moves, you know, without his say so.
Exactly.
And you know, they just always say, you know, if you want to hear him laugh, tell him your plans. You know, just like whenever I even started doing poetry, man, I never imagined people, you know, would want to, like, you know, even like this, sit down and talk to me. You know what I mean? Just about my journey and about how I'm expanding. You know, but it's like I literally took a step in my path that he had already laid out for me. You know, and you know, I took a step. He sent me along, you know, and so that's all it's about, bro. Just having that faith. Seriously.
I feel you. And it's all this is about, bro. But with poetry, what kind of outlet is poetry to you personally? Because you find other people who do certain things, like, okay, people do sports because that's their outlet from just the chaos that goes on in their world. Like for that 60 minutes when they on the field, all their problems is erased. Right. To you, what is poetry as an outlet for you?
Poetry is therapeutic in so many ways. It truly allows me just to use all of my experiences and just create a how do I say, a creative. It's one of the best creative outlets for you, just because it allows you to use your true experience to share with other people. You know what I mean? It's almost it's almost religious. You know, because there's things that you might live. You know what I mean? That somebody's either going through or they're about to go through. It is allowing yourself to be able to resonate with people. You know what I mean? It's fulfilling. You know, and this poetry to me, it's literally my peace. You know, it's like, I don't want to say it's like a sport to me, but literally it's like a sport. Whenever I'm doing this, it's something I enjoy, something that I'm engaged in. You know, even listening to other poets, man. Dallas right now is a boiling pot of creativity, and I'm telling you, there's some dope poets out here like coming. Like, so there's some big dogs out here. I would like to consider myself, you know what I'm saying, one of the top poets in Dallas. Like, straight up, you know what I'm saying? Man. Like, straight up, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming with it. I'm telling you, I always spit that smooth with a V.
That Black Ceasar,
It's that Black Ceasar for real, you know. But that's just what it is for me, bro. Just continually just growing in my art, man. You know, and allowing myself to just be who God wants me to be. You know what I mean? Be the man that I know, you know, that I know I'm manifesting into.
I feel that, bro. Just to touch on something that's kind of going around on social media right now, the video of the wrestler. He actually, because I know that's what you speak on a lot of your poems, and we were just basically talking about that in the studio, just how people, they want to be selective on how they treat certain issues and how they care about certain issues and turn a blind eye on a lot of different situations. Just personally, because as black men, we've always been subjected to ridicule and humiliation in a variety of different ways, whether it's been from our hair to our bodies to us only being worth playing sports. All we good for is running. Just kind of give me your take on that, because we had a take on it here, just always having to be degraded for us to even do anything.
Bro, first of all, the young man clearly had a leg up in the game, which is why he gave him this ultimatum. You know, because he whenever he seen this young man, he saw an opportunity to belittle somebody he thought couldn't fight back in any manner. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, they say that this referee already had history, and I'm like, so why do you still have the opportunity, the privilege to even work with these athletes who are clearly going somewhere? You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, man, how I see it, they will take any chance that they can, and when I say they, I don't mean, you know, just thinking I don't have any, I don't have any sort of racist intention, anything like that. Like, you know, I know there's good people of all origins out there, but they want to tear us down, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like ultimately, our unity is the biggest threat to their society, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And the black male figure is the most attacked figure in history.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like to tear us down, to take us out of our homes, you know what I'm saying? But just to get more on this, bro, this young man was so courageous to go out there, not only hug the young man, but have to have this dude lift his hand up and call, you know what I'm saying, and say that he's victorious.
And to be honest, I saw how I looked at everything just in a big scope. Like, fam, it didn't even seem like you wanted to raise his hand. It seemed like you were upset about it.
He was hurt.
So it was just, the thing is, it's just crazy. Just again, I'm not shocked because of the world we live in. We've been here all our lives, been our ancestors' lives. And just to see how things in just the government and just our world are going on, like, fam, you now make lynching a hate crime. What else was it?
You know
like, fam, like, what else is it? Like, so what? So the death penalty, that's not a hate crime, but at the same time, that's just you basically doing your due diligence with the legal system. And lynching was just, somebody doing what they feel. It's hate, fam. Bro. And we've seemed to have to endure hate for so long, and it's crazy that we still have to endure it.
Seriously, you know, like I said, I'm from Mississippi, bro. So even as early as as late as 2016, in Rutherford, where we were rolling through Anguilla, headed to my grandmama's house, and we see 2 burning crosses, you know what I'm saying, off in the distance, and I'm like, bro, it's 2016, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm telling you right now, open bigotry, bro, starts from the top. You know what I'm saying? We have, I call him 45. I don't call him the president. We have 45 who's in office right now, you know what I mean, who's an open bigot. You know what I'm saying?
And he's actually motivating these people.
He's lighting the fire, bro. He's lighting the fire to all of this, and now it's allowing people to walk up on you at a freaking barbecue and say, hey, I'm calling the police. You know what I'm saying?
They feel real privileged right now because the person who was in office, it represents the main ideas and the main feelings that they're actually coming from. Because when we had Obama, everybody was cool, calm, and collected. Let me keep my opinions to myself because right now it really don't matter. But I mean, again, like I said, my perspective was changed about a lot of things. I pray for everybody because in the end, and I tell people like this, my mindset is going to what people, all this hate. Hate is not of God. So you think you finna walk through the gates of heaven with all this hate in your heart? I don't know. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. All that money ain't gonna buy your way into heaven. So I just tell people all the time, it's about how you treat others. It's about how you love other people. And I know hate doesn't come from love.
Thanks. Love our brothers, I love ourselves.
For sure, man. But Loyal Expressions Media. Let's talk about that, man. Let's just break it down to me. What's the plan with that?
So LEM is my baby right now. You know what I mean? We're expanding on it. It's a production company. And so with me, you know, I consider myself a creative director of sorts. You know, I've also branched into acting, a little bit of modeling. And so really what we want to do is just give you the ultimate entertainment experience. You know what I mean? You know, and so like it's all poetry based. And so, you know, we do have that foundation where everything is pure, where everything is directed to the people. You know, but we also want to give you the opportunity to come, you know, if you want to model, if you want to act, you know what I mean, like, and just be able to, you come to us with your vision. We have our production team, we put your vision out there and just allow you to just you know, let your creativity shine however it may, you know, like create, innovate, and expand. That's all we're about, you know. And so I'm just really working on that. I'm working on a small project right now. I don't want to get too far into it, but it's called the Emotion Saga, you know, and it's going to be heavy, you know, it's going to be real heavy. A lot to do just with millennial love, you know, loving yourself. And, you know, this you know, not to get too far into it, but that's really just the plan, bro. You know, I don't wanna be like a P. Diddy or anything of this, you know, anything like that of the game. But I really just wanna, I just wanna be creative, you know, and I wanna give people my essence. You know, allow people to see that black man. You know, we don't always have to, which is nothing against rapping. I love rap, but we don't all have to rap, or, you know what I'm saying. Like I play ball, but you don't have to rap or play ball, you know, to be able to be seen. You know, the right way, how you want to be seen. So that's what we're about at LEM, Loyal Expression, man.
Okay, any way I can help, let me know, because to be honest, that's why I really continue to grow with the Walker Review. Because in the beginning I started off interviewing rappers and athletes, but then again, with me working in schools, everybody doesn't want to be a rapper. Everybody doesn't want to be an athlete. There's so many different professions and different passions that our youth have that they just need to figure out how they can get to where they want to be. So, I mean, that's both of what we're doing is definitely needed because, bro, there's so many creatives out here who need an outlet, who need somebody to kind of mentor them, give them the wisdom, give them the game that they didn't have, so that they not only won't make those mistakes going forward, but they'll be able to touch somebody else and bring them up. Because I'm just being honest, collaboration can get you further than you doing it solo.
Man, you know what I'm saying? And you hit it right on the head. You can go to school for 8 years, get your degree, you know what I'm saying, and be out here jobless with a master's. You know what I'm saying? It's all about who you know. You know what I mean? All about that networking. That's why I would say I'm just so fortunate, you know, just the people that I know off the GP, and you know what I mean. It's all organic, it's all love, but it's like everybody I know got some serious stuff going. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is expanding their lane, and I hang out with them, just like my boy C Poke. Shout out to C Poke.
Shout out to Poke Fit.
Shout out to Poke Fit. You know what I'm saying? Like our motto, all we do is hang out with big dogs. You know what I'm saying? All that is big dogs and boss moves, bro. So that's just where you got to be at with it. Like seriously, man.
Understood that. But let's talk about what's on your shirt. I know you guys gave back to the community today. I know there was a lot of hands on deck with that, a lot of different organizations of people coming together. Just kind of talk about briefly how you guys were able to get back to the community, which I kind of recommend a lot of you guys do. There's a lot of people out there these holiday seasons who really need those blessings, all right?
Yeah, man. It's well, this is our first annual hunger drive.
Gotcha.
Myself, Poke Fit, and Winter Cherie, she's amazing. She really helped us put this together. You know,
Cherie is dope.
Yeah, she is amazing, man. We put this together. You know, we're just hungry just to attack poverty, hungry to like really start a change here in Dallas. You know, that's the thing. I go to church in South Dallas, off Bonneview, and it's right next to Tent City. Yeah. And you'll roll underneath there, bro, and you'll see anywhere from 100 to 200 families just underneath the bridge. It can be cold, raining, whatever. And you know, so I was like, man, let's just do something. I hit up C Poke, and we were able to feed and provide toiletries to over 200 people today, and we had about 32 volunteers, I want to say, and it was amazing, man. We got out, we prayed with the people, you know, we laughed, we provided, you know, just clothes, hats, T-shirts, this everything, you know what I mean? Like food. We just went out there. We were actually in Dallas Life Shelter. We went and we collaborated with them on this, which is some really good people down in Dallas Life. And that's the thing. A lot of these kids, man, so talented. Like, man, I met a cat named Jordan Brown, and I'm telling you, his smile lit up the room. You know what I'm saying? Like he just telling me, man, I want to be an engineer. I'm like, you know, like just sitting down, there's just these conversations, and it's just like the impact that you can leave, you know, although like to us, we go home at the end of the night, lay down, we're done. To them, they're there. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like we have to be consistent in this, and like it's definitely going to be much more. Like we're already working on the second one. We're already thinking about expanding everything, and so like it's a huge deal. Like I was very blessed to be a part of this entire project.
I appreciate you coming on the Walker Review, bro. Coming to Keep Geek League Studios. Tell the people where they can follow you on social media, any other social media platforms you're on. Go ahead and let them know where they can follow you.
Thanks. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Todd the Lion. That's TODD. It's a big D, little A, LION. You can follow me on, add me on Facebook, Chris Woods. It's KRIS Woods. I really appreciate y'all to be looking out for a lot of content that's going to be dropping 2019 from Loyal Expression. Thank you so much, man.
Hey, and if you guys mess with Black Canvas, continue to show love on Thursdays. It's a lot of dope individuals, whether it's from artists, poetry. It's a nice vibe, bro, so I definitely recommend you guys go out and check it out. But thank you guys for continuing to support the Walker Review. Bigger and better things are coming. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to have dope guests on my show.
Thank you, bro.
Hey. It's the Walker Review. I'm going to see you when I see you.